How is it going, everyone? As always, a couple of PlayStation Store sales are coming to their end, but we have a brand new PlayStation Store sale in Dealmania. The random sale generator name strikes again. We have, Planet of the Big Discounts. We got Dealmania here as well. We got a lot of deals to go over. North of 4,000 deals. However, I do have it, as always, filtered by full games, game bundles, and premium edition. So we'll talk all about it, and we see some nonsense deals right off the top, like Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Vault Edition for $75. Yeah, I'm a pass on that one, but you know what? That's probably gonna end up being the top selling title at this sale, during this sale, so what the hell do I know? EA Sports FC 26. I literally mentioned this deal yesterday about why the 30-day window for deals isn't that big of a deal, because they just cycle the same games on sale with various editions and whatnot, and they literally did the one I referenced, Forza Horizon 5. The standard and premium editions are on sale right now, but the deluxe edition wasn't on sale as a part of the Critics' Choice sale. Well, now the deluxe edition is on sale. It's $48. Look, the deluxe edition of Forza Horizon 5 is absolutely the version of the game that you don't want to buy. You either get the base game to save money, or you go all in and get all of the content with the premium edition. The deluxe edition is kind of memes. I wouldn't pick that up. Battlefield 6 Phantom Edition, still $75 on that. GTA 5 PS4 and PS5 Edition, $19.79. EA Sports Madden 26 Deluxe Edition, $25 on that. NBA 2K26 Slam Edition, 70% off for $24. I mean, that's probably going to be the best-selling game every year for as long as I exist. So, again, I can meme on NBA 2K26 all day, but people are going to buy it. People are buying those trading cards and so on and so forth. Claire Obscure Expedition 33, the Deluxe Edition, $48 on that, 20% off. I'd like to see that 30% off at this point. Death Stranding 2 On the Beach Deluxe Edition, 20% off. The Deluxe Edition is nonsense. People only bought it for the fake early access. Jurassic World Evolution 3 is 20% off. Ghost of Tsushima still $29.39. Can we get that a little bit cheaper? $19.99 would be ideal, but them's the breaks. Helldivers 2 Super Citizen Edition, $48. Red Dead 2 Ultimate Edition. See a lot of these digital deluxe editions, man. Like, can we get some base games on sale that are worthwhile? Mafia Old Country Deluxe Edition, NHL 26 Deluxe Edition. Do I have it filtered with just deluxe editions? Can we get these standard games going on here as well? What is actually going on here? No, I got it filtered with the regular editions as well. There's just a lot of deluxe editions on sale. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 Royal Edition is $45. I got a buddy that's super into KCD2. Like, I like KCD2, but I wasn't gonna go back at this point and play through all of the DLC. He's very down on the KCD2 DLC. And this guy is a hardcore KCD2 fan. Like, he literally got inked. He got a KCD tattoo. Like, I'm just letting you guys, this guy is hardcore into this game, and he was very down on the DLC, but it is what it is. The base game is awesome, and you can go play the first game as well now that it's upgraded on PS5. GTA 5 Premium Edition and Shark Cards, baby, 2024. That's the PS4 edition only. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, seeing it's one of its first discounts, 20% off for $24. Pretty good deal there, given it just came out. Fun beat 'em up. Outer Worlds 2 Premium Edition. I hated Outer Worlds 2. Hate is such a strong word. I didn't hate Outer Worlds 2. I thought it was like the epitome of mid, which honestly, it being the epitome of mid makes me almost hate the game even more than if it was like Rogue Warrior tiers bad. Like, sometimes you appreciate games that are so bad, but then when it's just like the epitome of mid, it just infuriates you even more. I thought the dialogue in this game was very bad, and the gameplay was fine. It was like totally serviceable, but that's what my issue with Obsidian is. I just feel like they put out a lot of games, and their games are usually the epitome of mid, but I digress. There you go with that. Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles Edition is $19.79. Hitman World of Assassination, $28. Modern Warfare 3 is $28. Dying Light the Beast Deluxe Edition, $52.49. Ninja Gaiden 4's Deluxe Edition is 35% off for $58.49. There is future gameplay content, and I thought the content was supposed to be out in January. I guess it got pushed back a little bit, but Ninja Gaiden 4 is awesome. Love the game. $60 for the game is a little bit of a hard sell. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Premium Edition, $70 on that, like, that's a heinous price point. Like, look, I like these games, and, you know, I really enjoyed Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. If I look back at 2024, it's probably one of the top games for me of 2024. However, $70, even with the DLC, is just a heinous price point. I can't, in good faith, recommend that, but, you know, I don't know why that game in particular has just been holding up in price so strongly. I get it, it's a notable IP, game was received really well, but at this point, I feel like, you know, the premium edition, let's get that down to at least like $44.99, and maybe I would say check it out, but 70 bucks is just outrageous, especially given that PlayStation 5 guys got the game out of delay, so, you know, it is what it is. Horizon Forbidden West is $19.99, so whack because you could literally get the physical copy of Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition for $20 right now, and the digital version is $39.59. Like, you gotta pay the PlayStation tax for PlayStation games when you're giving PlayStation more money to buy games digitally. Sometimes, yo, you look at stuff like this and you're like, digital gaming is just a straight scam at times. They are literally selling it on PlayStationDirect.com for $19.99. They have to ship the game, they have to package the game, you're buying it directly from PlayStation, just like you would buy the download directly from PlayStation, but the download is twice as expensive. You know, for so many years, I had heard people say, oh, if we go all digital, maybe the game prices will go down. Clearly, you don't understand how these companies operate, because I've seen it over and over again where it's just like, you're getting taken to the slaughtering house when it comes to these digital prices. For Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition, Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, you guys have heard me have all my meltdowns about that, but this one is so egregious because it's literally from PlayStation directly. It's just like, yeah, give us more money, but at the same time, you're gonna pay twice as much while we get a bigger percentage, if you get what I mean, because the overhead on a physical game is obviously higher than on a digital release, but I digress. Well, what can I do, you know? I've been bugging out about this for like years at this point. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, $5.99. Mortal Kombat 11 and Injustice 2 Legendary Edition, $9.99 on that, I would say, is quite good. MX vs. ATV Legends, $9.99. The Forest is $5.99. Bloodborne is $9.99. You know, RIP Bluepoint doing a remake on that, you know what I'm saying? Absalom, 20% off for $19.99. Absalom did just get a free piece of major DLC, totally free. It was a game that I gotta sit down and play more of Absalom, but I literally heard people talk about it being one of their favorite games of 2025. It was really at the point at the end of the year where I just see it coming up on people that I respect their Game of the Year awards over and over and over again, and I'm like, all right there, I like me some beat 'em ups. I really gotta sit down and give Absalom more of a shot, but yeah, it's not a big discount, but it did recently come out, so keep that in mind. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, $19.99. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, 70% off for $5.99. Hey, how about that Xenoverse 3 coming out in 2027? It looks like that's what Project H1000 is or whatever. So, you know, I like Xenoverse 2. I definitely didn't like it as much as other people because I literally hit up my boys that were super into Dragon Ball, telling them about the Xenoverse 3 news, and they were all going crazy with excitement. And I'm like, yo, I like Xenoverse. I didn't think Xenoverse was that great. Like, I'm more of a Kakarot guy. I will always be more of a Kakarot guy in terms of the Dragon Ball games I vibe with, and even Sparking Zero, but nevertheless, Hell is Us Deluxe Edition is $48. Red Dead 1 and 2 bundle, $39.99. I mean, that's always a pretty good buy. You know, the games are goated, and they hold up in price, so it is what it is. Metaphor Refantasio, $34.99 on that. My game of the year of 2024. I thought that game was tremendous. I've talked about it ad nauseum, but here we go again. Another instance of you paying that premium digital tax because Amazon was selling Metaphor Refantasio for $23. Here, $35. How dare you not want the box and manual with the game? You're paying a premium, buddy. But nonetheless, $35 on that. Walking Dead, the Telltale Definitive Series, $12.49 on that. That's a pretty good deal with all the content. Batman Arkham Collection is on sale. SpongeBob SquarePants, Titans of the Tide, 30% off for $28. Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion, 50% off for $34.99. You know, deep discount on that game, given it just came out in September. Lost Soul-Aside, 34% off for $39.59. Look, I didn't even think Lost Soul-Aside was that terrible, but let's be real. This game needs to be $19.99 ASAP, and I actually think a lot of people would pick it up at $19.99. I think it would be a pretty good buy at that price point, but at $39.59, yeah, go F yourself on that one. Skyrim Anniversary Edition, $16.49 on that. Monster Hunter Wilds is discounted, still holding up in price. Look, if you've waited a year to pick up Monster Hunter Wilds, We know you can wait. At this point, wait for the expansion to come out, wait for the complete edition to come out, wait for the complete edition to be discounted, and then you'll be making out like a bandit. So, yeah, that's what I would recommend. Hades is $874. That's always a good pickup. Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5, 2.5 is on sale. Star Wars Battlefront 2 Sniper Elite Resistance on sale. Anno 117. Pax Romana. Teardown, 15 bucks on that. That was on Plus, but got pulled. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, $9.99 on that. That's a great deal. Hopefully we get a new Devil May Cry announcement here soon. We still really don't know what that 2027 slate looks like for Capcom. We know, obviously, the new Mega Man. It would be killer if we got a new Devil May Cry as well, but maybe 2027 will be pushing it a little bit. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles, that's the first game, that's $14.99. You know, Demon Slayer is always going to be pretty hot. You know, Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, those are the two animes that for like the newer crowd these days, that is the Naruto, Bleach, One Piece tier of anime for people. It's kind of interesting to see the evolution. Like at this point, I'm a little bit older, so I remember how big Naruto and Bleach were. However, like anime has just exploded in popularity, and Naruto, like I hate to say this, I really think Demon Slayer and JJK are a level above Naruto and Bleach, at least over here in the West in terms of their popularity. Dude, when I was growing up, I would never see Naruto and Bleach merch out in the wild. Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen merch, I see it all the time. It's crazy how like culturally accepted anime is now in the West, and I really gotta give a lot of that credit to Demon Slayer. Honestly, as much as people hate to hear that, that is like the truth of the matter. You know, I know people feel there's certain ways about it, but you know, in terms of the casual perspective, I think Demon Slayer is enormous. But the games are fine. It's an arena fighter. JJK still needs a decent arena fighter, and I'm so happy that CyberConnect 2 announced a new hack game and not a new JJK game, but JJK does deserve love with the new title. Way of the Hunter is $8.99. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is $19.79. Naruto Storm 4 is $15. Dead Island 2 Ultimate Edition, $25.19. Buddy, that game was on sale on Steam for like $7. So another instance of, on PlayStation, you gotta pay a little bit of a tax. Watch Dogs, for whatever reason, is so expensive as well. The bundle's $18 and the Gold Edition bundles are $24. Watch Dogs 2 is $16.99. What is going on here? Why is Watch Dogs going up in price? What year did I just transport into? But nonetheless, Dragon Ball FighterZ $9.59. FighterZ is a good game as well. Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection, $5.99 on that. That's a fantastic deal. You know, shout out to Bluepoint. You know, we can all celebrate Bluepoint getting shut down by buying Uncharted the Nathan Drake Collection because they did an awesome job, and shout out to them. They're one of the few studios that was able to figure out must-sell architecture. I can't get my PS3 games on PS4 because must-sell architecture. They figured it out with Uncharted 1 through 3, and they are on PS4. Thank the high heavens, because these games are awesome. Uncharted 2 is still one of my favorite games of all time, and yeah, $5.99 on that is great. Fallout 76 is $9.99. Sifu is $9.99. Definitely some good pickups there. Mafia 3 Definitive Edition is $5.99. Cult of the Lamb is $9.99. Assassin's Creed Mythology Pack is $32. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection is $19.99. Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster is $9.99. Great pickup there. I'm a little bit higher on Final Fantasy X-2 than most people that think it's the abomination on Earth, but I thought X-2 was fine. And $9.99 for just Final Fantasy X is worth it as well. Circling back, Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, that's a really good deal as well for Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3. A little bit dated, camera's a little bit janky, but Ninja Gaiden 2 Black goes for a hefty price point, so I still think the Master Collection is the route to go. Borderlands 3 is on sale, that's fine. Bleach Rebirth of Souls, $51. Good God. For the Deluxe Edition, yeah, that's a little bit too much. DBZ Kakarot Master Edition, it's 35% off for $65 because of the Daima DLC. It does get you literally all the content, Season Pass 1, 2, and the Daima DLC. To be fair, I could totally see them doing more DLC because a Broly DLC... That's a license to print money, you guys. And with the anime coming back, I think they're gonna milk Dragon Ball for all it's worth, even with Kakarot. You can't really do a new game with Kakarot. I mean, you could do the super content. Why couldn't you do a new game? But I don't think they will. I think they'll just keep milking out DLC. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, $17.49 on that. Hellblade 2, oh my god, $42 on that is still way too pricey. Assassin's Creed Unity, $10.79 on that. That was down to $4.50 not too long ago, so hopefully it gets... Why are the Ubisoft games so expensive on this sale? Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, $26.24. Borderlands Legendary Collection, 80% off for $9.99. Borderlands, that includes the Handsome Collection and Borderlands 1 Remaster. That's always an awesome deal. I just feel like most of you guys at this point own it. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, 70% off for $21. Yeah, we all love RGG over here, don't we, these days? We love that Yakuza Kiwami 3. No, but seriously, Infinite Wealth I thought was a really good game, even though from a narrative standpoint, I thought it was way, way below Yakuza Like a Dragon, but it was still good. I just thought Yakuza Like a Dragon was at such a high level that Infinite Wealth is overarching narrative I really didn't care for. I loved the fan service for Kiryu, though. I loved that aspect of the game, and it felt like a celebration of his character, but yeah, the overarching story I wasn't really into, but overall the game is still great. Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection, $11.99 on that. The Precinct is $21. Not worth $21, but I enjoyed my time with the Precinct. It's this top-down kind of throwback to Grand Theft Auto. I had a fun time with it, but again, that's a game that $9.99, around that range, it would be pretty good. A PS Plus title. If the Precinct was a PS Plus title, I would be like, that is a perfect, like, secondary, tertiary plus title, but nonetheless, $21 on that. Guardians of the Galaxy, $9 on that is always a good pickup. Disney's Epic Mickey Rebirth, like, why is this $32? Bro, get out of here. $32 for that is crazy work. Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive is $5.99. I mean, if you already own ROTR and Tomb Raider 2013, SOTR standalone for $5.99 is a damn good deal. I would definitely recommend that. Metro Exodus, why is this $10.79? Some of these deals are just, like, outrageous. Like, bro, the Metro Saga Collection's been, like, $5.99. What are we doing here? Yakuza 0 Director's Cut is $35. That's an egregious price point as well, but shout out to Sega for pulling the original Yakuza 0. Outlast is $374. Devil May Cry HD Collection is $9.89. Tomb Raider Definitive, if you don't have that, that's $2.99. That's always a good pickup. You know, I am the Tomb Glazer around these parts, so definitely check that out for $3. Soul Calibur 6 is $8.59. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, $8.99. Again, that's been down to $4.49. Lies of P Overture Bundle, 35% off for $58.49. Look, I love Lies of P. $60 for a game that'll be 3 years old at this point. I get it, the DLC is included as well, but that's a hefty price point. Game is incredible. It's literally, by most accounts, like all of the hardcore Souls-like guys that I've talked to, Lies of P is the standout game that they think is the best non-From Software game, and a lot of them would put it at the level of some of the best From Soft games. I love the atmosphere in the game. It's got that easy mode as well. Y'all know how I feel about the easy mode, but my sanctity of my souls likes they're ruining my sanctity. Yeah, no, I don't care. But yeah, $58.49 on that. South Park Sinode on sale as well. Rise of the Tomb Raider, $4.49. Pacific Drive for $11.99, that's pretty decent. Not really my cup of tea, but, you know, I definitely like that game from, like, an atmosphere standpoint, and narratively I thought it was pretty good. But, you know, a lot of the crafting and whatnot, not my cup of tea, as you guys know. What else we got? Assassin's Creed Origins. A lot of the Ubisoft games, like I said, just a little bit hefty price. Like Origins Gold Edition, $15. That should be like $8.99, but nonetheless. Little Nightmares 1 and 2 is $15. Like, I feel like that's been cheaper as well, so, you know. SMT5 Vengeance, $21 on that. Again, I wasn't crazy about that game, but people love that game, so, yeah, $21 on that, I would say is pretty good. Wolf Among Us, $7.49. And a lot of other deals available. Sonic Frontiers, $21, but some of these deals are just, like, kind of outrageous, especially, like I said, the Ubisoft games. The Ubisoft games are just egregiously priced. Oh, and there, I see Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash Deluxe Edition. This game is a literal abomination. It might be my most hated game of all time. That might be a little bit of a stretch, but Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash is such a bad game that every time I see it on sale, and it's always, like, still egregiously priced. This game should be, like, $4.99 at this point. It is so terrible, and like I said, with how big JJK is, it getting a game that is this big of an abomination is just insulting. Like, I'm not even that crazy about JJK. I gotta catch up on the anime, but I feel for the JJK hardcores out there that were served up this pile of trash for this game. But that's my 2 cents on that. We'll end it here. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like, there's still tons and tons of pages, so I'll sit down and go through everything. You guys know the deal. I got to page 12 of 143, so yeah, a lot of stuff there to go over. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.